Get some popcorn. Allow me to alert you beforehand, as this video will be containing spoilers throughout if you haven't yet watched The Rise of Skywalker. And enjoy. The Rise of Skywalker and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, how would it work? Before we start, to know, the vast majority have watched The Rise of Skywalker, and for some particular reason, there is a minority that haven't watched it yet, surprisingly, as we're in March, and it would be virtually impossible for me to do The Rise of Skywalker without spoilers. This is speculation, none of this has been officially confirmed as of yet, and if you haven't watched how The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, or The Last Jedi would work, I will leave links in the description down below. Without further ado, let us begin. A cutscene will play of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren searching for the Sith wayfinder on Mustafar and confronting clone or spiritual Emperor Palpatine in the unknown regions on Exegol, one of the oldest and ancient Sith worlds. In free roam, playing as Rey, as your training is not yet completed, you have to finish what you started and you have to begin learning the ways of the Force and be a Jedi. It will share similarities and differences to that in The Last Jedi. In terms of selecting what you want to learn, you'll be able to learn Force abilities, combos, light, medium, heavy attacks, tutorials, blaster combat, lightsaber combat, lessons about the Jedi. General Leia Organa will be your mentor, and you'll be training on Agent Kloss, doing obstacles, trials, and courses. The Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Pasaana, Part 1. Chapter 1, being the Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Pasaana Part 1, will involve Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, Chewbacca, BB-8 and C-3PO setting a course to Pasaana from Agent Kloss to locate a Sith Wayfinder to be able to travel to Exegol to destroy the Sith, bring balance to the Force and eliminate the Final Order. The playable characters for the Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Pasaana Part 1 will be Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, Chewbacca, BB-8 and C-3PO. The story mission will have 5 objectives, and these are: the first objective is you are to mount a Pasaana speeder. You are to accelerate and evasive maneuvers from the pursuing First Order tread speeders and First Order jet troopers. It will involve you to drive recklessly and evade their blaster fire, and you will have to go to many locations which vary from hills to plain fields and narrow areas, and going to any of these locations will potentially allow you to carry on without the First Order pursuing you. The second objective is you are to protect your friends and defend the speeder. You are to aim and blast the tread speeders. With your shots, the shots landed have to be accurate and precise to inflict damage. At the same time, you are not to allow the First Order to inflict damage to the speeder. A health bar will be displayed on your screen, and as the speeder has 100% health, you can't allow any blaster fire or debris to deplete its health, and you have to focus your concentration on driving smoothly and with control. The third objective is, as the tread speeders have dispatched jet troopers to intercept you, you are to blast the jet troopers while protecting your friends and defending the speeder at the same time. As the jet troopers have destroyed the speeders, you are to eliminate the remaining jet troopers, and as you've done that, you are trapped in quicksand, and you are to attempt to grab onto any objects or debris, and unfortunately you sink and enter a cave. The fourth objective is, as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and General Lando Calrissian were in process of locating the Sith Wayfinder from a Jedi Hunter, you are to use the debris to build a control panel for you to solve a puzzle which will hint you the direction to go, as you will have to search for the Jedi Hunter. As you've found its purpose, you encounter a serpent, and with a brand new Force ability unlocked, being the Force Heal, you are to heal the serpent. The fifth objective is, as Rey is hunting for the scavenger and is approaching you in his TIE silencer, you are to run, jump and slice one of the wings off his fighter to be out of control and crash. On your screen it will warn you when to jump, run and slice, as you'll be able to time it correctly. As Ren is reinforced with the Knights of Ren and are hunting for the fugitives, the First Order unfortunately captured Chewie, and a cutscene will play, with Ren and Rey having a child fight over the First Order transporter and the crew escaping to Kijimi. The playable characters and vehicles you would have unlocked are Rey, Jedi, Finn, Resistance, Poe Dameron, Resistance, BB-8, Chewbacca, Julio, a First Order Jet Trooper, a First Order Stormtrooper, a First Order tread speeder, the Falcon, and a quad jumper, with all of these vehicles being fully scaled and as microfigures. Rescuing Chewbacca. Chapter 2, being Rescuing Chewbacca, will involve the crew setting a course to Kijimi from Basana to enlist Zori Bliss in your cause, and you are to board Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer to rescue their fellow friend Chewbacca from the tyranny of the First Order. The playable characters for Rescuing Chewbacca will be Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron. The story mission will have 5 objectives, and these are: the first objective is you are to eliminate the approaching First Order stormtroopers, and you are to build a control panel as you will be solving a puzzle to grant you access through the blast door and to be able to go to the detention facility to rescue Chewie. The second objective is, as the patrols are being dispatched to search for you, you can either choose to hide and it will be the easier option, or you can choose to confront and battle and it will be the harder option. The third objective is you are to use a hat dispenser and wear a First Order Stormtrooper helmet, as you have to approach a scanner, and as you've got the identity, it enables you to grant you access to rescue Chewie. The fourth objective is, as the Resurgent class Star Destroyer has been alerted and are converging to you, you are to eliminate the approaching waves of First Order Stormtroopers, which vary in numbers, or you can attempt to pass by, as you would have unlocked a brand new Force ability being the Jedi Mind Trick, and as you do, it will allow the means of escape. The fifth objective is, as Rey is split up from the crew, you are to go into Ren's quarters, and as Ren has a vision with you, you are to duel Ren, and with Ren having a health bar, you are to deplete his health by using your light, medium and or heavy attacks, and in the vision, you learn the story of what happened with Rey and her parents. As Ren senses your presence in his quarters, he pilots, lands and waits at the hangar, and a cutscene will play of Ren carrying on the story and attempting to influence Rey to join the dark side, and as Rey resists, you are to board the Falcon and plot a course into hyperspace. The playable characters you will have unlocked are General Hux, a First Order officer, Dio, Zori Bliss, Babu Frick, Leia Organa, General, Rey's mother, and Rey's father. The Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Kef Bir, Part 2. Chapter 3, being The Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Kef Bir, Part 2, will involve the crew setting a course from Kef Bir from Kijimi, one of the moons of Endor, to search the ruins of the second Death Star to locate the Sith Wayfinder. The playable characters for the Search for the Sith Wayfinder on Kef Bir Part 2 will be Rey and Finn. The story mission will have 5 objectives, and these are: the first objective is you are to mount a skimmer and you are to travel to the ruins of the second Death Star and find an entry point. The second objective is you are to pass by some obstacles, which will involve you jumping and climbing, as you have to be able to go through the ruins of Emperor Palpatine's throne room to be able to search for the Sith Wayfinder. The third objective is, as you enter a passage, you encounter a vision of Rey turned to the dark side. You are to duel dark side Rey, and with her having a health bar, you are to deplete her health by using your light, medium and or heavy attacks. The fourth objective is, as Ren senses your presence, he converges to you, and as he is in possession of the Sith Wayfinder, he attempts to seduce Rey to the dark side, and while Rey resists, Ren destroys the Sith Wayfinder to unleash the dark side on Rey. With Ren having a health bar, you are to deplete his health by evading or blocking the incoming strikes, and you can counterattack by attacking him when he is vulnerable. The fifth objective is, as the duel has shifted to the ruins of the second Death Star, you have unlocked a brand new Force ability being Force Freeze. You will be able to use the ability to slow down any movement. You will be able to deplete his health, and as the waves increases its height, the water will drain his stamina pool and you'll be able to deplete his health. As General Leia Organa uses what she has left to reach out to Ren, Rey stabbed Ren, and as Leia has died, Rey senses it and regrets what she's done and decides to force heal Ren and uses his TIE silencer to set a course into hyperspace to travel to Exegol, while Ren has a father and son conversation with memories of Han Solo, discussing that it's not too late to let go. The playable characters and vehicles you would have unlocked are Janna, Skimmer, Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren Unmasked, and Kylo Ren's TIE silencer, with it being fully scaled and as a micro figure. The Battle of Exegol. Chapter 4, being the Battle of Exegol, will involve the Resistance coordinating with Rey, setting a course from Agen Kloss to Exegol to battle and eliminate the rising threat of the Final Order. The story mission will alternate between ground and air battles, and it will involve multiple characters to be played as, and the playable characters for the Battle of Exegol will be Poe Dameron in his T-70 X-Wing Starfighter, General Lando Calrissian and Chewbacca in the Falcon, Finn, Jaina and Rose Tico. The story mission will have 5 objectives, and these are: the first objective is, in the air battle, you are to destroy 30 turrets on one of the many Star Destroyers and eliminate 25 First Order TIE fighters to allow the Resistance to destroy the navigation tower while landing their craft on the hull of the command ship. The second objective is, on the ground battle, you are to build a barrier to use as cover, and you are to eliminate the many First Order Stormtroopers, Sith Troopers, Sith Jet Troopers, etc., as you need to plant explosives inside the Star Destroyer to blow up the navigation tower. The third objective is, on the ground battle, you are to switch to BB-8 and solve a puzzle, to be able to use the hatch to drop the explosives inside the Star Destroyer to blow the navigation tower inside out. The fourth objective is, in the air battle, as General Lando Calrissian has summoned as many allies as possible, you are to go to 7 Star Destroyers and coordinate with any ships and destroy the underbelly cannons. 1 cannon destroyed equals 1 planet saved. The fifth objective is, you are to switch to Finn and Jaina, and as you are covering the Resistance's escape, you are to go to one of the turrets and you are to solve a puzzle to hotwire the mechanics of the turret, to rotate it to the command deck, and you will blast it for the command ship to burn in flames. The playable characters and vehicles you would have unlocked are Lando Calrissian, General, Poe Dameron, Pilot, Nien Nunb, Wedge Antilles, Rose Tico, Maz Kanata, R2-D2, Aftab Akbar, a First Order TIE Fighter / Dagger pilot, a Sith Trooper, a Sith Jet Trooper, General Pride, a First Order Transporter, a Sith / Dagger TIE Fighter, a First Order TIE Fighter, Poe Dameron's T-70 X-Wing Starfighter, a T-70 X-Wing Starfighter, a Resistance Y-Wing Bomber, and an RZ-2A Wing, with all of the vehicles being fully scaled and as micro figures. The confrontation with Emperor Palpatine. Chapter 5, being the confrontation with Emperor Palpatine, will involve Rey and Ben Solo teaming up to battle the Knights of Ren, the Royal Guards and Emperor Palpatine to bring balance to the Force, destroy the Sith and defeat the Final Order. The playable characters for the confrontation with Emperor Palpatine will be Rey and Ben Solo. The story mission will have 5 objectives, and these are: the first objective is, you are to switch to Ben and you are to use the Force and equip one of the 2 lightsabers, and you are to battle the Knights of Ren. Each one is designed with a style which you would have to change over a period of time, and with each of the Knights of Ren having a health bar, you are to deplete their health by using your brand new unlocked Force abilities, which are Force Freeze to slow down any movement and Force Heal to regenerate moderate health, while using a combination of your light, medium and or heavy attack. The second objective is, you are to switch to Rey and you are to deflect the Royal Guard's blaster fire, and you can force grab their blaster fire and direct it to wherever you wish. The third objective is, as Palpatine is draining the Force energy out of you, you are to mutton bash on your controller or key mash on your PC or Nintendo Switch to repel it back at Palpatine. The fourth objective is, as Palpatine is draining your Force energy, thousands of generations of Jedi live in Rey, and the Jedi grant Rey her power and the nature of the Force to be able to defeat Palpatine. You are to use 1 lightsaber and block Palpatine's lightning attacks, and you are to use the Force while doing so to equip the second lightsaber, and you will deflect Palpatine's lightning back at him to be able to deplete his health bar significantly, and it causes the surroundings to collapse and Rey to be knocked back. The fifth objective is, as Rey has died, switching to Ben, you are to approach Rey, and as you're going to sacrifice yourself, you are to use the Force and use the Force Heal ability and hold a button on your controller or a key on your PC or Nintendo Switch to transfer your Force energy to Rey. As Rey lives and Ben dies, Ben and Leia are part of the Cosmetic Force, and the Resistance celebrates for the victory of the war, while Rey travels to Tatooine to visit Luke's homestead to bury Luke and Leia's lightsabers, and Rey has constructed her own lightsaber and has been granted the name Skywalker. The playable characters and vehicles you will have unlocked are Ben Solo, a Royal Guard, the Knights of Ren, Emperor Palpatine, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Ghost, Leia Organa, Princess/Ghost, an Imperial TIE Fighter, and Luke Skywalker's Red 5 X-Wing. At this point, Rey will be able to switch between Anakin Skywalker's blue lightsaber and Rey's brand new constructed yellow lightsaber, and even though I only mentioned 4 Knights of Ren, and even though there's 6, you get the point. How would you want the Rise of Skywalker to work? Please let me know in the comment section down below, as I would love to know. As a side note, as I have concluded the series, I am taking into account on feedback from the viewers, and I'm considering to do a series speculating how DLCs would potentially work in LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga via Solo, Rogue One, The Clone Wars, Rebels, The Mandalorian, etc. Feel free to give me your feedback on the video, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join our Discord server, and if you have the willingness to donate, support me on Patreon. All the links to my social media platforms can be found in the description down below. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure that you do give the video a like, as I know you want content to be uploaded. Subscribe to the channel to be part of our community, along with turning on notifications, as you will be able to not miss out on any content that I upload. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.